Yesterday, we did have a U.S. holiday, but markets were not taking a break. We saw a massive move on that euro. Let's talk about what's going on. Roll the intro. All right, traders, what's up, guys? Welcome back to a weekly breakdown. It's your head trader here, Cleveland Bishop. Hope you guys are having a great start to the week. Yesterday, Veterans Day. I really do appreciate all the vets. We actually have quite a bit of vets that watch the channel here, so I really want to extend my thanks to you guys for all the services that you guys have been doing for the country and so on and so forth. All right, you are very much appreciated here with the top traders. All right, but outside of Veterans Day, when it pertained to markets, we saw some pretty dramatic moves. All right, some pretty interesting releases came about that drove markets in different ways, mostly over in the European continent, and a little bit of we saw a little bit of Asian stocks, and also the Australian stocks move a little bit as well. All right, so guys, we're about to do a breakdown, but if you guys aren't subscribed, make sure that you guys subscribe to the channel. And if you enjoy the content, like if you think it's pretty good, then like the video for your boy. It really helps out, and I really appreciate it. All right, so moving over into the charts here, a quick screenshot of the Euro USD. This is a Fibonacci on the weekly time frame. Okay, and so on this weekly, you guys can notice that we're nearing that 61.8% fib that we were talking about 3 or 4 weeks ago on the channel, where we were assuming that, hey, we think that the euro is still a little bit overvalued relative to all the crazy things that are going on. We do know that the Italian banking situation right now is weighing on European markets, right? We also know that Brexit is also weighing on European markets somewhat, okay? And so those two pressing issues have really stifled that euro to have any kind of up move. Irregardless of the fact that we may stop quantitative easing, which is when the central bank starts to print money, regardless of the fact that we're going to stop that potentially in March 2019, the beginning of 2019, no one's really pricing that data in, right? We still haven't raised rates, and we're not looking to raise rates over when it comes to European Central Bank rate until the end of 2019. Okay, so right now there are two massive things that are weighing on this euro, and that is what drove this Euro USD sell side. We ended up hitting off on $12.15, which is ridiculously lower than we once were, even just last month. I mean, at one point we were nearing the $1.15s, and we got up there for just a quick second, and then markets pulled back immediately. Okay, so with all that being said, since all of this information is now in the market, potentially priced in, might be even more market availability be priced in, I really do think we are going to sit and stay around these $12s, edging out to the $11 highs, fluctuating back up into the $14s potentially. I think that this is going to be our new area where markets are going to quote unquote consolidate based off of all the relevant information at hand. Okay, so what that means is there might be a little bit of an opportunity for an up move in this situation, just because we're sitting off on this massive structure. Okay, but it's not an up move that I would hope to persist. Okay, it will literally just be a volatility move where I'm expecting just a little bit of market participation because of the fact that markets are so well discounted. There has to be some type of market participants that are either liquidating after the sell or wanting to get in on a potentially discounted asset right now. All right, so we're going to talk about that. We'll go into the charts a little bit more and kind of show you guys exactly what I'm looking at from the monthly, from the daily, 4 hour, and all that kind of stuff to get a little bit more detail. Outside of that, take a look here, the pound dollar. If you guys noticed, the pound dollar had a gap down on that overnight session, right? And so we've already pulled back up into structure, which again, I think is more of a liquidity play. But it does seem like this news is still jawboning this currency around. Anything that negative comes out when it comes to Brexit, boom, you get a sell side. Anything slightly positive, what happens? You get upside, right? And so right now we are getting that upside. Gaps did just fill, but here real quick, here's a weekly. That was a daily. Here's a weekly. You guys can see that we actually still have a little bit more of an up move that is possible. So I am technically on red alert for a buy on the pound. Now, will I play that on the pound USD? Potentially not. I am a little bit fearful for dollar strength. So if I do want to play that on a pound USD, it will be because mostly I'm hoping that US dollar is now going to slow down after its massive run. Okay, but if I don't want to play it on there, well, maybe I can go to a currency that I think may be getting a little bit weaker in the next coming weeks or so. All right, and so we'll probably be talking about that trade in the community that you guys can join. Just click the link, it'll be in the description below. All right, that's the Top Trader community. All right, so there's a few more things I want to take a look at. Let's pull over into the charts. If you guys got any questions, please let me know. I'm really interested in knowing what you guys are looking to play this week, okay? And again, like the video for your boy. I very, very much appreciate it. Make sure you guys are subscribed. We got some more content coming up later on this week. Let's pull over to the charts and let's see what we got, okay? Let's pull over to the charts. Traders. All right, guys, this is amazing. Take a look at this. Literally, as I was switching over to start recording the actual charts, we literally see 38 minutes ago, I guess put out a little bit earlier today, that May literally crafted up her deal. All right, this was the problem. She couldn't come to a certain agreement and a certain deal with her side of the parliament. Well, they just finished that up, and look at what it did to markets. All right, here, let's head over to the GBP USD. Look at this massive move. We have a 0.86 move today. All right, at one point it was up 1.5, which means the market moved over 170 pips. All right, take a look. If I pull over here into the hourly, you guys can see how massive of a move this push right here drove markets to the upside. And what did I just mention in that briefing, the one where I was just showing my face? I mentioned to you guys that there is upside available here for the GBP because it's been hit so hard. All right, and so that upside that I was keeping an eye on, and by the way, folks, it is a good sign that we have had a full 100% retracement since the data release because of price availability. All right, so we are going to be putting out a trade on this in terms of stop, entry, target, and all that inside of the community. So if you guys want that, head on in. But the upside for this bad boy was what we have seen, where we have seen markets, you know, really just the past few weeks or so. I mean, I think it can get back up into, you know, potentially these 2018 September Q2, Q3, really Q3 high September. All right, and that's a long ways away. Okay, so this is something that I'm going to be monitoring very, very intensely and to see exactly where this GBP can, you know, come about. Because again, folks, Brexit overall still a massive impact on markets. Okay, here's Brexit. Right here, you guys can see markets were at $1.44. Since Brexit, folks, we're now sitting down here at $1.29. Okay, so for Brexit to be fully priced out of the market, which at one point it was, okay, but that was a lot of dollar weakness here. This wasn't pound strength. This was dollar weakness. Okay, so you can see that Brexit, the market did recover relative to the dollar, but it really didn't recover. There was still a lot of Brexit weakness weighing on markets. Well, right now, folks, you guys can see that this dollar strength has come on in, and you can see the true value of the pound relative to the dollar, and you can see that this pound is still very much depreciated, and we might see some upside. All right, so this is something I'm going to keep an eye on. Of course, again, the dollar is getting very, very strong over the past few weeks or so, and honestly all throughout 2018. Maybe this isn't the best pair to trade the up move that we're hoping to see here from the UK. So again, you want to go to maybe a more weaker pair. We're probably going to discover that pair a little bit later on. Okay, so that's interesting. Just showing you guys the pound, seeing how ridiculous markets have moved since just literally switching over and hoping to just record this one session here. Euro USD, you guys can see that we have had a decent sized turnaround here. Markets consolidated down here at the $1.12, $1.15, $1.12.15s, and now we've already escaped back up into the $1.12 highs. Might start hitting off on those $1.13s, but I wanted to show you guys again just a more of a motion-like view of where we are here when it comes to this overall market. Here you go, 61.8. We're hitting right off on it, and that does represent the high of 2015 and somewhat of that high in 2016 as well. Escaped out of it, pulled back down into structure. We had this move up here because of certain things that was happening with the European Union. They were hoping to stop quantitative easing. We had a lot of dollar weakness, so that's why you see almost a 2,000 pip up move. Well, we know that Euro has had a bad 2018 and the dollar's had a good 2018, pulling us back down into structure. Now it's all about, okay, well, where can the dollar go? Where can this Euro go? Is this Euro going to give us some strength? Is it finally going to prevail? Is this Italian situation going to work out? Italy situation going to work out? Because if so, we should see an up move and at least retest the $1.16s, what I was telling you guys earlier. Okay, even if it's just a news article or two, we should see some markets to move back to the upside. But if this dollar persists, okay, and we still think that they're going to continue to raise rates and all these different things, then of course we may pull back down into not only the $1.12 flats, we may start to see the $1.10 and head back down into the dollar single digits. So $1.08, $1.07, and who knows, we may hit parity. I mean, anything can happen, right? So there is a lot of opportunity still out here. Again, I would like to see this Euro USD to the upside, just based off of the overall technical view. The Euro's been hit really hard and the dollar has appreciated massively. Okay, so maybe there's an opportunity there for a short-term correction. Okay, we'll see if the market can maintain this $1.12 and at least test back up into the $1.14, $1.15s. Okay, and then outside of that, we just got to keep an eye out on some of our other pairs. Now, for the JPY and the CHF, those are what's called risk-on pairs. Okay, when there's a lot of risk and scared market participants, usually they escape back into those currencies. So we should start to see some up moves here on the USD JPY, and notice what are we getting right now? We're getting consolidation on the USD JPY when the dollar is getting stronger. So we know that does mean that the Japanese yen has been getting stronger. If you guys will take a look here at the GBP JPY, maybe you should see some type of sell-off. Here you go. There's that sell-off, and then this is what we saw today, obviously, right? With this market heading back to the upside here. Maybe we'll look at the CHF JPY. Might actually see a little bit of consolidation. Still, you see the JPY getting a little bit weaker relative to the CHF, but mostly consolidation. You had the JPY rally happening a little bit. This is the 4-hour, by the way. Now, CAD JPY should be looking pretty good for the JPY. Here you go. Okay, so we do have markets turning over quite a bit here for the CAD JPY, and it seems like markets are already down here testing this structure. I don't know if you guys remember, but we actually did have a buy on this CAD JPY all the way back here, up into this point here, which is pretty interesting. Notice how markets turn right around on the dime. That's still the old drawing. Okay, so what could happen here for this CAD JPY? Can markets break structure? Let's take a look at it here from a weekly perspective. And from a weekly perspective, we can see, I'm gonna clear everything off. Bye-bye, old trade. So you guys can notice here from a weekly perspective that we're just nearing a lot of consolidation. Okay, so if this JPY truly is going to rally, it's not a horrible place to potentially play that. We know that the CAD is not, it's not one of our strongest pairs right now. It's not like it's shooting to the upside or that there's a lot of data that's going to be coming out soon that could give it a lot of strength. We've already had trade war situations almost being resolved as well. So if you're looking for Japanese strength, maybe it'll show itself here better than other places. Okay, so there's a couple of things that we're going to monitor. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have a video at the end of this week, folks, to kind of go over everything, show you guys exactly what happened. All right, so make sure you guys are subscribed so we can see what's going on. Okay, I hope this helped. If you guys got any questions, I'll be in the comment section answering away, whether it's, hey, what do you think is going to happen with this individual pair or this individual currency. I don't like to give directional biases, but I will help you rationalize maybe what's happening fundamentally that can give us a driver or two. Okay, so guys, look, make sure you like the video, subscribe. If you guys have any questions, please let me know in the comment section below. I'll be there. Talk to you guys soon.